Okay, let's talk about bread, folks. The diet of non-elite first century Mediterranean peoples consisted of a few basic staples, with other items depending on availability and cost. For Roman Palestine, we have only one food list that offers any specifics. According to a 3rd century Pharisaic document, a husband must provide an estranged wife with bread, legumes, oil, and fruit. The amount specified that he has to provide presume an intake of about 1,800 calories per day. One of the 3 staple commodities, grain, oil, and wine, by far the most important was Of the 3 staple commodities, grain, oil, and wine, by far the most important was grain and the products made from it. The word bread meant both bread and food in general, and meat, lachem. Bread constituted 1/2 of the caloric intake in much of the ancient Mediterranean region, just as it does today. Think about that. You have a 1,700 to 1,800 calorie diet. Half of those calories are coming from bread. Wheat was considered much superior to barley, hence barley and sorghum bread was the staple of the poor and slaves.
Why would she be the estranged wife? What happened there?
That's we have to get into the Mishnah for that. It's a bit of a complicated affair, but the point is he still has to provide for her. Barley's lower gluten content, low extraction rate, less desirable taste, and indigestibility left it the staple of the poor in Roman times. Both the Old Testament and the Mishnah authors assume wheat meal to be twice the value of barley meal. Growing barley requires less water than wheat, and it is less sensitive to soil salinity. Therefore, it became the major crop of arid parts in the Mediterranean world. The husband who provided an estranged wife with barley bread was required to provide her twice the ration of wheat. Sorghum was less common than either wheat or barley, and likewise considered an inferior product. While most peasants ate black bread, the rich could afford the sifted flours that made clean bread. Milling, you understand what milling is, right? You have a millstone? It's a lot of work, right? Milling was done at night and would provide 3 hours of work it would require 3 hours of work to provide 3 kilograms for a family of 5 to 6, assuming a 0.5 kilogram daily ration. Bread dough would be taken to the village baker in the morning. Remember, the village had one set of ovens. In the towns and cities, bread could be purchased, so those who could afford it avoided the difficult labor of daily milling. Remember, this is half your calories. And how much energy are you expending to work for that bread if you're a peasant? What do you think Mary and Jesus and these people look like?
Skeletons.
Come on, man, of course. And what do you think eating that many carbohydrates like that, what do you think their teeth look like? The authors of the Mishnah imply that milling and baking would have been the first chores handed over by any wife with an available bondswoman or daughter-in-law. So you enter a house, you haven't had a child yet, a son yet, guess what? You are the lowest end of that pecking order. You're going to be working hard. But of course, Mary didn't have to do any of that because everything she did all day was just pray and go to the temple and pray. Why would she be going to the temple and pray? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, folks. Let's not take away from her dignity. Hey, thanks for watching. Just continue the playlist for the next part of the study. If you have further questions, this is good. They will get addressed, so keep watching. If you found value, please subscribe, like, and share. As always, questions, comments, and criticisms are most welcome. God bless you.